So the purpose of today is to teach the community how to build a rain garden. At the city of Port Phillip, we're right by the bay and the beach. We're very concerned with the quality of stormwater that goes to the bay, and so we want to find ways in which we can clean that stormwater before it reaches the bay. That's what the rain gardens do.
So it takes all the water off your roof or even a paved area. It cleans that water as the water filters through the rain garden, and then once the water leaves the rain garden and goes to a stream, it's a lot cleaner than it used to be.
The makeup of a rain garden is basically a combination of different layers. The first layer is a rock mulch generally, or a gravel mulch of some type. That's about 50 mils deep. We then have the next layer in here, which is predominantly sand. It's about 4 parts of white sand with 1 part of organic material. The next layer is what we call a transition layer, and that's just sand. The next layer here is your gravel, and that's about 5 to 7 mil screenings, making sure that they're clear, nice and clean when you put them into a rain garden. And this particular demonstration actually has a slotted pipe at the bottom, so that's indicating that this particular rain garden is reconnecting back to stormwater. There are some types of rain gardens, like infiltration rain gardens, that don't have that slotted pipe, which allows the water to filtrate through the rain garden and then disperse into the garden surrounding.
One of the only factors with a rain garden, a licensed plumber must divert the downpipe into the rain garden and connect up the overflow. So residents do have to engage a plumber to help them out with that part of it, but the rest of it's extremely simple and they can do it themselves.
Today we've actually done a great demonstration of how to build a planter box rain garden.
There's roughly 5 steps involved. The first steps include the planning stage. During this stage, we need to determine the best location for the rain garden, deciding what you'd like the planter box to be constructed out of and the type of material. We also need to size the rain garden in comparison to the catchment area that it's collecting water from. We also need to locate the existing services on the property, including gas, water and electricity, and also fitting the initial pipe work. It includes a slotted drainage pipe at the base. This then connects into the vertical overflow. Then from the bottom at the base of the rain garden, we have a connection back into the stormwater system. Filling the rain garden with the various levels of media. This includes the 200 mils at the bottom, which forms the drainage layer around the slotted pipe. This is comprised of 7 mil screenings. The next layer in the process is the transition layer, which is 100 mil in depth and is the transition or the whitewash sand layer. Following this, we have the filtration layer, which is approximately 400 mil. This comprises 4:1 ratio of whitewash sands to site screen topsoil. We then plant the rain garden, and then the final layer includes the 50 mil mulch of 20 mil screenings.
Rain gardens do need particular types of plants. The things that's really important to remember about a rain garden is that when it's raining, the rain garden can be completely waterlogged. But in the middle of summer, when it hasn't rained for weeks, the rain garden will be bone dry and very dusty. So you need to choose plants that are actually tolerant of both of those conditions, both the really dry conditions as well as the waterlogged conditions.
So within the rain garden, we like to use 50% plants that are excellent at uptaking pollutants out of the stormwater. These include the Carrick suppressor, Lomandra longifolia, the Juncus flavidus, just to name a few. We also recommend that the plants have a fibrous root system, which means their roots spread horizontally from the stem rather than a single taproot.
So rain gardens are a priority for the city of Port Phillip, so much so that they're part of our overarching water strategy, the water plan, which we adopted this year. And we're just hoping that together, the city of Port Phillip and the community can start implementing rain gardens so we can treat the stormwater that reaches the bay.